Hello, Brenton with All Out Octane here. In this video, I'm going to open up some E and F case cars. I think most of them are F case, and some of the new monster trucks from Hot Wheels. So let's just get right to it. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Tesla Roadster with Starman, and I did not find the exclusive packaging one, so this is the only one I was able to find. Hopefully at some point I'm able to find the other one. But here we go. It's in a nice deep red color, just like the one Elon sent into space. I don't actually know if the man is removable. Doesn't look like it. They have some of the blade wheels. It has rear tampos and a top tampo. It's based off the Lotus, so it's I think it would have been a body that they already had, and they have made this car in the past. There was a Kmart exclusive in red as well. So there is the Tesla Model S with Starman. Let's go ahead then and open up the custom Volkswagen, or 69 Volkswagen Squareback. This is going back to another K-Day when they had the art cars. It was either exclusive color or first to market. This one has a nice purple color to it. This one you can find in the multi-packs, but if you are looking to just find one, it is in the singles on the main line. Has a nice tan interior, side tampos, and on both sides, no front and rear. Very nice purple color, good looking car. Let's move ahead to the 2015 Mercedes AMG GT in gray. This is part of the Fast and Furious series. I am going to open it, or it's from Fast and Furious, I guess I should say. It's got a matte kind of silver look to it. This would look very nice with the Matchbox SLR McLaren. If you guys pick that one up, or I believe it's in the 5-pack, it's in the Matchbox 5-pack, it looks very similar to this. That would be an awesome combination of cars, is this one and that one. I might actually have to do that, get that one out and try it out. Alright, so here we have the Nissan Skyline GTR BNR32 in white. So we're going to go ahead and open up this one. And there you go. It's got some side tampos, and of course it has to have the rear tampos with the quad tail lights. Great casting, red around the rims, kind of like a gloss white color. Good stuff. Alright, let's move on to the Gumball 3000, the Ford Escort RS 1600. This is a nice car. This harkens back to Gumball Rally Racing. If you're not familiar with VinWiki, I recommend looking them up and watching a lot of his videos, or their videos. Ed Bullion is an awesome guy, and he's a huge passionate person about Gumball racing and just booking it across the United States. So if you're not familiar with it, go ahead and check that out. I did notice this one has a little bit of a scuff on top, but yeah, there we have the Gumball 3000. It's got a tampo on the top and sides. They did really well with this car. I really like this livery. It's like an off cream color, kind of like a brown and orange stripe. It looks brown in person. It might be kind of hard to convey on camera, but it is more of a brown stripe rather than black. So it fits this kind of like a root beer kind of color. Looks good, or I guess I should say a root beer float color. Let's go ahead and move to the basic treasure hunt. The basic treasure hunt is the Humvee, I guess I should say. I'm going to leave it open, or I'm going to leave it in the package, but there you go, it's got the flames. There's the treasure hunt logo on the side there. If you find it, I think there were quite a few in the bunch. Actually, maybe I only found one, but it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and move to the Volkswagen Golf GTI. That's in the Momo livery in yellow. So we've already seen this in black and red, and now we've got it in yellow. Top tampos, side tampos. This is a pretty cool looking car. This might actually be the best livery, in my opinion. The black one was pretty cool too. So which one's your favorite? Do you like the black? Do you like the red? Do you like the yellow? This one has the red interior. They've got kind of like a whole combination going on here. So let's go ahead and move to a classic. We got the 57 Chevy in black, part of the flames. I believe we've already seen this one in white before, part of the Target exclusive. Now we've got it in black. I think it's been in purple. This casting has been around for such a long time, but it is iconic. It's a classic. It's got a white interior, yellow windshield, gold rims, and tampos all on the sides and top. They did really well with this car. It's stunning in person. All right, I am actually going to hold off on the Batmobile as well. This one is going to a friend. My friend collects Batmobiles. So this is the matte gray one with the flames, as you can see, and I am going to send this to him. So you know who you are if you're watching. I'm going to be sending it to you. All right, let's go ahead and open up the Mazda Repu. And this is not the Super Treasure Hunt version, although that would be what you're looking for if you're looking for the F-Case Super Treasure Hunt. So here it is, blue Mazda Repu. It's got really cool tampos on the side. It's got a 1.5. It's got WOL16. I'm not entirely sure what all these tampos mean. If you know, let me know. The tires are cool on this one because it does have the Steelies, so that's also kind of cool. But yeah, a very solid after truck. I know a lot of people like them. All right, let's move to the next one in the Volkswagen series. We got the Volkswagen SP2. Here we go. I think I might have passed this one up when I bought the cars originally. If you follow my Instagram, All Out Octane on Instagram, I post all my findings of the cars that I find when I find them. I'm a hunter. I don't really buy on eBay, and I'll trade if I really need something or if I have something, and normally I don't have anything anybody wants. So that'll be another video. We'll get into that later. But here we got a Volkswagen SP2. It's got an orange interior. This really strikes back to like the 70s, 80s. I believe that's when this car was originated. So this is looking very original to its time frame. Top tampo and side tampos, no front, no rear. Kind of also harkens to a Porsche 944. Yeah, I'm sure they're all in the same family. I'm going to leave the cars of the decade from Target. I was able to find the last three that I was missing, which were the 65 Ford Mustang, the BMW E36 M3 Race, and the 86 Monte Carlo SS. All of these cars are in fantastic liveries. For some reason, I'm not opening these cars. I don't really have a full reason, but there they are on camera, so you guys can take a look at them. If you find them and you're opening them, let me know. We're going to move to some Matchbox really fast. I'm going to start with this one first. We've got the Honda Civic hatchback, the 2017 Honda Civic hatchback in red. It's kind of a plain deco. I kind of wish they would go more with the real life paint schemes. I have a friend who has a Honda Civic, and it's pretty cool. And he's got the hatch as well. But his is in like this really nice deep blue, similar to what they made in the Camaro. That's a Mustang. But if you're familiar with the convertible Camaro that Matchbox makes in blue, they should really make the Honda Civic in hatch in blue. But this is in red, and it's got the rear tampos, and it has a front tampo. Nothing on the sides. And I think that's kind of what doesn't make the car very alluring, is because it's just such a flat surface of red. Although my favorite color is red. So, I don't know. What do you think of this Honda? Let me know. All right, let's move to the Mustang. At first, I thought this was a Camaro. I will not lie. When I picked it up, I just knew I didn't have it, so I picked it up, and then I realized, oh, this is a Ford Mustang. It's a 2018 Ford Mustang convertible from Matchbox. It's got the 5-spoke rims. I'm sure this car is going to be very popular. All Mustangs tend to be. But yeah, it looked very similar to the Camaro casting with the red one and the blue one. So now they have, I thought they just made it a recolor, but no, this is in fact a Ford Mustang. I really need to pay attention to my packaging. But it does have front tampo, it does have rear tampo. There are triple taillights, good stuff. All right, and it's kind of got this nice deep orange, kind of yellow paint job. It's kind of showing up a little brighter on camera than it is in person. If you find this one, again, well worth it. All right, let's move to the Cool Mud. The Jeep, what is that, 60 Jeep? I guess it's a 60 Jeep 4x4. This one came out a long time ago as well. It's been in a multitude of colors. I think the last time it said Cool Mud on the side maybe was in the mid 90s. I have it. It's an orange, and I might have to take that one out. I played with this one. This one was one of my favorite 4x4 off-road vehicles when I was a kid. Again, orange when I was a kid, and it had an antenna, a post that would come off right here. But this one does not have the antenna post, just has the hitch. It's got the roll cage, side tampos. It's kind of like a matte pink as well. So if you find this one, it's cool too. If you're a collector and you're into this kind of stuff, I just love all kinds of die-cast. Primarily with budget, obviously Hot Wheels and Matchbox, but I like all kinds of cars. So this thing was really cool to have. Finally, it's nice to add this to collection. I'm going to put this next to my childhood memory of the Cool Mud that I have. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to open up I'm going to open up the doubles of the monster trucks. The reason why I picked these up is because it has the Dodge Charger RT in orange, and then this one has the Roger Dodger in blue, which kind of harkens back to its original type color. Now, I'm not quite sure what scale these things are in, and Hot Wheels no longer has the license. So if you're in the die-cast aisle and you are into monster trucks, I don't know who isn't into monster trucks, but if you're not, it's okay. There we go. All right. But if you're in the aisle and you're looking, I believe it's Bandai who now has the license for Monster Jam, and they're the ones creating the licensed Monster Jam trucks. Hot Wheels kind of has stuck with their original body styles and makes for their going forward, and they've obviously started their own monster truck series. So if you follow them on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, so these are the trucks that they still run on their own circuit, and they've also made them in die-cast. Now, obviously the suspension is really cool in these things. Like, it's not real suspension, but the axles have a lot of play, which gives you a lot of different dynamic on how these Monster Jam trucks can work. So you see it's got a lot of different play in the axles, and that makes it a lot of fun to play with. So yeah, this is the Roger Dodger in blue with flames. I don't know if this is to scale. Give me just a second. So here is a mainline Roger Dodger, and here is the Monster Jam one, or monster truck, I guess I should say, because that's how Hot Wheels. So it's a little bit larger. They're not running with the original die-cast. They're making them a little bit bigger. So keep that in mind if you're interested in picking these up. They are going to run a little bigger, but the highlights were the Dodge Chargers. This one's in orange, has a cool livery on it, the orange racing stripes up top. It's got the blower and supercharger out the hood, chrome up front, the RT on the side, part of the monster trucks. It's got monster trucks here on the back, the rear quarter panel. There it is. And yeah, it's got some exhaust pipes out the side. This thing is awesome. So I found that set, and I was really glad to find the individual new one in red. So we've got the Dodge Charger RT in red. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Now this one has a little bit different tampo scheme. There we go. All right, and it does come with a little car that I guess you can mush, some little plastic thing. I really have no idea. I'll have to try to figure out more about that. But there it is. Here's the red Dodge Challenger RT. It's got the Hot Wheels logo on top, Dodge on the front fenders, Monster Jam on the rear quarter panel, the pipes out the side, RT. It's a matte black hood, matte black roof, gloss red paint with the very familiar Dodge stripe down the side. This thing is so cool. I'm glad I picked it up. They run about $4, I think, maybe a little over $4 with tax. So it's well worth getting. I mean, the quality is fantastic. Again, the play in the axles is great. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, I highly recommend getting it. This has a gray set of, like, the suspension work and the chassis and stuff like that is all gray. It's a plastic. This is all hard plastic. It doesn't have any metal, but yeah, if you're into these things, I highly recommend it. It's cool. I'm a big monster truck fan. Monster Jam, all of that stuff. So there we go. There are some of the cars that I found recently. More of the E and F case cars. I'm gonna still keep trying to hunt down the rest of them. I am missing some, like well, I am missing some of them. So be looking out for that next video, and until then, happy hunting.